Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Brick and Nisa Broadcast Network. Today is Sunday, and today I was going to have a different stream, but we had to cancel because some of the people had conflicts that were going to participate. So next week we will be doing the Daily Bugle build with 3 other people, all building the Daily Bugle at the same time. Of course, we won't be able to finish it in time, but we're going to start on it together, and that was the plan for today, but we had to have some last minute changes. So today, instead, I decided to do an impromptu build. So we'll see how that goes. I have been also, I'm a little late because my configuration on my computer is off. I can't see the chat at the moment. I can, and I'm going to try to make some adjustments here. And there we go. Okay. I think I can see everybody now, and I can make some adjustments here. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for your patience and me getting this started. We're live here on YouTube and on Rumble. And today, since this is an impromptu stream, I was thinking, what am I going to do today? And I was thinking about some of the projects that I have coming up. And many of you know I like to do mocks live on stream. And I recently had some really great feedback on a mock I had done when I got inspiration from the chat, and that was the Rorschach prints. And hello, minifigure collector. How's it going, Robbie? Good to see you here. And I created a playlist. So if you go to my YouTube account, you'll see the playlist, and you'll see the evolution of how that idea came about. Essentially November 10th of 2021. So this mock is almost 2 years old. So this idea came about in the chat because we had a challenge, a Tricky Bricks challenge, where we had to do a self-portrait. And I said, I don't know if I really want to do my face in a mosaic or something else. And I said, what if I do an ink blot? And that's where the idea first came about. And then I created it off stream because we just came up with the idea that Wednesday. Thursday, I built it, submitted it, and then that Friday, Tricky Bricks reviewed it. That was the first one. And then I got a really good feedback from that. So I created the second one the following Wednesday. So you'll see that little playlist. It gives you the history of how the Rorschach prints came about. And only this year, at Bricks Cascade and at Brick Rodeo, the Rorschach prints appeared in public. And I've gotten several comments, very positive comments. So I'm going to be doing that in the future. Is Rorschach had 10 of these ink blot prints. And I also think I need to convert them from the standard 32 by 32 white base plate into probably those 16 by 16 black base plates, and then the ones that have the Technic beams, and then probably put a white background. So I've got to think through that, how that's going to happen. But that's going to be the next iteration of the Rorschach prints. Right now, they're with Zach Martinez. So thank you, Zach, again for setting them up for me. And thank you for all your comments. And I am now negative as far as COVID tests go. And it was really unfortunate that I got COVID right before Brick Rodeo, so I didn't go to the convention. But I had some just great comments, and I really appreciate people who have been encouraging me in that way. So today, what I'm working on is a new mock, and this new mock is actually going to be part of the Jurassic Park collab. And what I'm going to have to do is retrofit an old mock to create this. And you probably saw on the cover page that I have this this old mock that came from a boardwalk. And in fact, let me see if I can pull that up in the background, because I was really trying to figure out how I wanted to create this new scene. And the scene that I'm working on is a Jurassic Park scene. So first of all, let me pull up. Let me see if I can do this. Doing this on the fly because, like I said, this was an impromptu theme, and I created this title card literally right before the stream started. So it was kind of like, what am I going to do today? And let's put this together. So I really appreciate your patience here. Okay, so I am going to show you this, and you won't see me. This will be a full screen, so check this out. Okay, so here's the title card for today. And as you can see on the left, this was an old mock that I did of a boardwalk. And it's got an ice cream shop, the boardwalk with a ship in the background, and I also have this seal colony as well as a Christmas tree. So this was like a Christmas, kind of an homage to Pier 39 from San Francisco. Now the back ship has actually become a rainbow pirate ship, which I still have to find. I still haven't found it in all of my things. And then on the left is what I'm going to be working on today. And that is the seal colony is going to go away. So, yeah. Uh-oh. Are you talking about, I'm not going to put that comment up, minifigure collector. I'm going to work on this now that I'm covered. You can't see me there. But, you know, you should probably send me a private chat when you're going to do that. But thanks. So anyway, back to, let me get this overlay off. Let's see, where am I? Hold up, hold up. Okay, here we go. This is why it's called an impromptu stream. So thank you. Let me go back to here. Here we are. So I have been working on this, and this is the seal colony here. And set this up. There's a little bit of clutch power. So I have a couple seals here. I took off a few more. That was in that photo, and you probably remember that there was this little boardwalk here, and this was the pier. So we're going to tear this apart, and we're going to make it look more like this. And this was from another mock. This was from the cliff diving pandas, if you remember that mock from a camping mock. So what I'm going to do now is have this be more like this so that they can connect together. And if you're familiar with the modular integrated landscaping system, in fact, I have my side camera I can show you here. So here's my little side camera, and here's a better view. So modular integrated landscaping system, you have a base plate, a brick, and then a plate on top. And then you also have these Technic 1x4s to connect the various modules together. And what I've done here is this was for a mock with a river in the middle. And you can see that there's 8 studs here on the side that have the translucent portions, or the tiles for the river. And this was a cliff diving mock way back when. I had some camping pandas here. I think this was the cliff that I had created with them diving, and then they were all camped out. It might have even looked like this. It's been a while. So I'm going to be taking this and trying to align this together with this. And you can see that already, if I show you the side view of this mock, that we have some of the base structure already in place. But since this was open sea, that I'm going to have to build this up, I have all of these plates here for the sidewalk. So I'm going to have to tear that off and repurpose them and make them more like this green module. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, and that's the plan. And I also have, this is a new system, but I also have this layout so you can see my face. So anyway, yeah. And and like I said, now I have everything. I can see the comments, and everything's all good. But yeah, let's see. All right, so I think we'll go ahead and start by, like I said, with the plates here, the brick. You have a 1x4 brick, and you have to have that at the stud number 3. You'll notice that there's, I have this slope here. That's kind of to identify that this is mine, but we're going to put that there. And you can see here that I already have this in this side, but I think I ran out of these 1x4s. So I'm going to put this here, but as you can see, it probably doesn't matter because there's, 2 Technic holes that will line up, but hey, we're gonna try to make this legit. And all of this is gonna come out. So this kind of came out in a nice piece. But this whole sidewalk is essentially gonna be gone. So you can see I'm gonna take this brick out, put this back in here. Oops, let me see if I can move. I'm going to move this out of the way so you have a better view. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is the beauty of Lego, is that something that you created before can be removed and repurposed for something even better. And I did like this mock, but the other thing I noticed is I took this mock to a convention, but it's so small compared to other city mocks, is that if you're going to build a city mock, you kind of have to go big. And that was something that I hadn't planned on. Okay, so you can kind of start seeing the substructure where I have these 2x2 bricks that are on the bottom here. And like I said, this whole thing, except for the substructure, is going to come out. And I might even change out these white bricks too, because the other thing is that this was the front face of the other mock. So I made this nice and clean with the white bricks, so I may have to change that out for green bricks instead. Let's see. So anyway, so that's the plan for today. Just going to do some retrofitting and also give you some background on what MILS plates look like. You don't have to do it this closely tied in. In fact, I'll probably spread these out a little bit, but you do need to have these 1x4 Technic bricks on the edges in the right places. So I did the same thing here. So in a way, this is why I call this part Reworks and Retrofits, because we're essentially redoing something and making it better. And sometimes, when you're building, you just take what you have at the time, put it all together. And if you're on Rumble, by the way, I can't see your comments because I'm using StreamYard, and StreamYard doesn't have the ability to see comments yet from Rumble. So what I'm doing instead is I'm doing it this way. Okay, so once again, you can see that I've got to put the 1x4 Technic brick right there. And I'm kind of repurposing now this. And I'm finding some 2x2s. I'm going to set those aside. I guess I need to put the seals away. So now I've got these 4 seals that I can put to the side here. Yep. So look at some more of this substructure with the plates and the bricks. So we're going to save all those bricks. And yeah, I got lots of tan plates that I can use for something else in the future. So you can see it's turning into a big mess. But it'll be a beautiful creation once everything comes together. But once again, I'm saving the bricks for the substructure, and some of these other things are just going to have to be put into another mock in the future. So I'm just trying to stack the big plates together. These were actually great. I got these from a pick-a-brick wall way back when, 8x8s, and then I have these 6x6, and so I'm just kind of putting these together so that way they'll be easier to put back into storage later. But lots of plates, and I have here on the side, I have a bunch of green plates. Oh, there's some green plates on this side. In fact, I'm so glad this is full of tan plates because I can just throw these into this bag. And all these plates. So you can see, we've got lots of these. We've got 2x2s, angle wedges. Yeah. Okay. And the other thing, this is why I brought the other. If I want to make this like a continuous river, so let's just say we have this river here. In fact, I might even make this even larger and then have this extend to another plate afterwards. I think you are only timed out for like 10 or 15 minutes. That's all. So, but yeah, you got to think about what you say, Robbie, especially on a live stream. It's okay if you want to tell me something like that personally, but I think that wasn't very nice of you. So that's why you were timed out. Remember, kindness goes a long way. All right, so I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to get all of these plates out of here. And all of these are going to be great because, you know, if I go back and do some city belts, these 2x2s are going to come in handy. But once again, recouping bricks. Oh, nice. You got some vintage classic spacemen. Did you get that from the Sort Lug people? Yeah, I haven't been on Sort Lug in a while. I think that I mentioned to the coordinators my reasons, and they don't want to do anything. So I said, okay, I won't be coming back. But I'm glad that you stopped by here. I think that worked out great. It's always great when people drop in, even just to say hello. Okay, so once again, we're recouping some of these bricks, and I'm trying to match this up with this green that we have here. You got it from your lug. Oh, cool. That's great. That's in Vegas, right? Yeah, so even I have these little translucent studs and slopes that I was using. And this was kind of a quick build. I didn't do a lot. As you can see, I did a lot more on this one for the water. But as I start thinking more out loud, I'm thinking the water actually might be even more. So what I may do, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I may make this another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I need to, I definitely want to keep that green. So that's a given. So we'll go ahead and do this here. And like I said, I have a lot of green plates. And if I'm lucky, well, this is 8. That's not bad. See, this goes back to, I think I want to make the water wider. So if I have like 8 on this side and 8 on the other side here, like a really big river. It's actually technically an ocean, because what I'm trying to recreate is the scene from Jurassic Park where the parasailers are parasailing alongside the island. So technically, maybe I should have it go all the way out here. I probably should contact my my partners in crime and find out what their plan is for the whole ocean scene. Okay, well, we know what we can do is over here on this side. On this side, that's pretty much a done deal. Now what I'm going to do is look for some green. I mean, it'll be covered, but if I have some green bricks, that'll make things a lot nicer. Let's see. Yeah, I think they're over on the other side. All right. Well, we are gonna just, like I said, I can do this off stream as far as making it look nicer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put this, oops, off camera, put this 1x2 here. So what I'm going to do is match and go across with a 1x8 plate. And I do want to have some structure here. But what's nice is that since it's a plate, I don't need a lot of structure. I can get by with, say, this and this. Unless it starts getting really heavy. That's one benefit of going with MILS. I should use old road base plates as MILS. I actually have. Yes, I've already done that. But I have a lot of the blue. So I'm also using this blue. So just to give it a little more structure here. All right, so there we go. It feels a little spongy there, so I'm going to put another brick kind of in the middle. Let's see. Let's do one of these. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, so this is an impromptu stream. I'm not sure how long I'll be streaming for today, but definitely want to get this going because it's something that's been on my mind for a while. And I figure, you know, what better time to stream than when I didn't have anything specifically planned. Like I said, some things happen for a reason. And so next Sunday we will be doing the not mock improv, the daily bugle builds. Myself, Brick Babe, also Grant, and Yvette, two humble bricks. So we'll have a group of us doing that. All right, so we have that going. And it goes back to what I was mentioning about green, is that if you use the green, also you can add some kind of texture. So I might need to put some green here. So I think I am going to make this 8 across. All right, so that changes things a little bit. Let me see if I have some green 2x2s. Where are my 2x2 bricks? Oh, they're over there. See, I just moved to this new place, so everything's all over the place. So, like I said, we'll see how long this is going to be. How long have you had the classic space hat? Not too long, maybe 6 months, when they had it available on the Lego store website. Yeah, they had a couple different hats. They had the Octan hat, they had the classic space hat, and they had a couple other ones. So yeah, I had to go for the classic space hat. I'm not big into space, but it's a cool hat. All right. Okay. Yeah. This might all be ocean. Now that I'm looking at it some more. Maybe make a couple rock outcroppings, but mostly water. So we have the green connecting here. They might want another little green spot, is why I'm kind of hesitating right now, because I'm not sure what the group is going to want to do. But maybe what I'll do is, if I make it all open, I can always cover it up. So I think that might be what we're gonna do. Go with the green open and lots of space, because we're going to put the parasailing people, and we need to have them kind of in the ocean, and we also need the ship. So we have the ship and then the parasailers behind it. So I think this is going to take up a lot of that. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I might have to pull this off too, just to make it more oceany. And maybe, actually, before I make it completely ocean, is maybe I just do like a thin strip of green. Because if this is ending up connecting to another green build, yeah, they're gonna need a little bit of green to connect. So yeah. Oh, well, look at this. I've got these 2x6s. That's what I'll do. If I have 2x6s going all the way across, yeah, that's what I'll do. That's the way it's gonna work. So it'll be like a massive river. Or what I can do is, make this like a cliff area, like a big cliff, and then more water around it. I'll have to talk with the team and see what they're planning to do. But yeah, the more I look at this, I think that's what's going to happen. But like I said, this is kind of impromptu. Aha, this is great. See, I wanted some green bricks to kind of cover this section here. Yeah, I have a lot of slopes, but let's see. This actually could work, because you don't want a completely even shore. You want some modifications. Yeah. In fact, I think what I'll do is this one. Change this up a little bit. You can see what I did here, which is kind of cool, where I used a couple different slopes to give it some texture. So I have one slope going this way and another going another way. So in fact, I think that's what I'm going to do, just to keep it kind of similar. I know it's going to be a little different because this one's coming out, but like I said, I'm going to have to even these sides up, because you want this like large ocean kind of area. Yeah. Okay, that works. I do like this setup. And then I do need to leave some space to clutch the boat, because the boat needs to also be a part of this too. Yeah, so I think this is going to be an island. So then that way these two pins, you can see that I have this 1x4 here, and I have another 1x4 here. So that will be covered up like a rock. And then those will connect together and then have a little bit of green on the side. Yep, that's how we're going to do it. Yeah, that'll work out really well. And I do have a stack of green, where are those green 2x6s? I just set them aside. Where did I put them? Ah, here they are. So I have this whole stack of these 2x6s. There is no shoreline that is straight. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll change it up. But I'm just making it 2 plates across just for the sake of being able to connect it together later. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, there's a method to my madness here. It all will make sense. It will make sense, and people will understand. And I think the connections are going to be up here for the actual MILS plates. Okay, so you can see what I'm kind of doing here, and kind of to your point, Robbie, is that, let me get these so they don't fall off, is that I'm kind of putting some texture here so it's not completely even. And then the other way I break it up is I use these lily pads. So you can put like a lily pad over here and break it up foliage-wise. Okay. All right, so I think I might use this blue. Oops. And it's nice because these are green, and we're just gonna get this for the sake of spacing. And don't worry, we will change it up later. But yeah, I like how this is gonna come together. So you can see I tore apart that whole section of the pier, and now it's becoming part of the Jurassic Park MILS retrofit. And let's see, I'm looking for another bluish or green. Maybe I'll take some of these slopes. Yeah, my 2x2s are over there on the other side, so I'm hedging right now. Just so I know where I need to go. Okay. All right, so this is kind of where we're currently at, and we're going to have to like put some rounded portions here. I can tell this is dusty. I need to clean that too. That's what you get for having an old muck sitting around. But yeah, I think we could put some shaping, a little bit of shaping here. But for now, the other part I need to fix is over here, because we want these to connect together. And once again, it's nice I have these 2x6s, and I have a 2x4. Let's see. All right, so you see how we have, and trying to make this more organic is going to be a challenge, but I'm up for the challenge. We need to make some space here, The other thing I did with this one is you'll see that there's some white plates underneath here, so it gives it kind of a look of breaking water. So I need to also change those out a little bit once I get this put together. Yeah. So that's starting to, like I said, it's starting to come together. I'll bring this in a little. You have an old mock of a coastal fire station still hanging around? Yeah. You can always, you know, make that into something better. Bring this in. Yeah, so I won't be streaming for too long. I just figured that I had planned to stream today, but since the content changed, I just figured I'd, you know, go ahead and do some work around, and I have to do this anyway, so might as well. You know, like I said, I'm trying to make this kind of a interesting shoreline, not too symmetrical. So you can see right there, kind of made this a little more rugged, and then I'll put some plates on top. But that's what I have to do, kind of going around, just giving it more of a shape. But I do like this whole idea of making this almost like a little rock connecting together. And I probably need to make another section too, just so that it can connect together. I'll have to ask what they're planning to do for that. The other thought too is, you know, I don't need to make all of this 2 by, I could just make a section of it here and maybe a section here, because we need to connect the plates. I'm looking for the 1x4, but I don't see it. Where is it? I guess I used it. Oh, there it is. No? No? Okay. Don't know what happened to it. Guess I don't need it right away. Okay. So once again, just trying to, I'm just going to put some things here to kind of break up the shoreline a little bit. These slopes are really great for that. Now this is something. I don't have very many of those. It's 2x2 in dark red. So I can repurpose that for later. Yeah, so, you know, originally I was going to take out this little beach, but I may keep this little beach area. I may keep that. Like I said, I'm trying to recreate the parasailing scene. And maybe what I end up doing is, the way these connect, I see where that 1x4 went. It went down here. So I need to find some more of those and make room for it here. So I think what I'll do is I'll put this in as a placeholder. There we go. Yeah. So we have 2 connection points here, 2 connection points here. We need to make connection points here as well, but this could actually still be open ocean now that I look at it. Because you kind of want, you have to have the rocks, because that's what, you know, happened to the parasailers, as they ran into the rocks. So I think I could probably have them come out this way. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm just looking at what I have on the table right now. I have these 2x3s, which could work well, because I need another 1x4. All right, so another placeholder. So this is essentially what I'm going to be doing is creating these outcroppings together. So this will be one here, this will be another one here, and then I need to make this ocean a lot bigger. I think I'm going to have 2 more plates, or maybe even 3 more plates going around. You're jealous that everyone is getting Walmart clearance? Oh, you don't have a Walmart near you? You're in Vegas. You should have a Walmart close by. So, like I said, I'm making the edge of the ocean more organic. And I might have to make this. I have to talk to Mark because he does mountains. He's amazing with sculpting mountains. And maybe what I need to do is make these like cliffs. In fact, that's what I probably should do. But we'll get there when we get there. Okay. All right, so once again, I think I need to take these out, make this more ocean-like. Oops. Ah, interesting. Okay. So I had this one 4x8, which was all the way over here. And this is also a great way to use damaged bricks. If you put them in the substructure, nobody will see them unless you're streaming. So, okay, yeah. All right, so now let me see if I have a 4x6, I think. 4x6 plate. Oh, a 4x8. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that looks really good. Like I said, we're just making the ocean a little bigger and matching these up so then they can work together. And I am trying to get this done possibly for BrickCon. I have to talk to the team. I haven't been on Discord in a while. I've been a little sick. So hopefully I can get back on Discord and say, hey, what's the plan for BrickCon? I've missed so many cons because of either my sickness or a family member's sickness, and I'm tired of it. I want to get back into the con scene again. It's been very frustrating. I was really looking forward to Brick Rodeo too, and God, I couldn't go to that. But my mocks were there. My mocks made it. I didn't. Okay, so you can kind of see. You see, I've put this out, and I'm making it a little bit more, a little wider. And what I need to do is, you can see that there's a layer of plates, and then the tile that goes on top. So I need to, in fact, I probably should ask them about that, about what they're making the ocean. So maybe I don't want to tile things in too much just yet. This is why when you're in a collab, you really got to know what everybody else is doing. So then that way your mock doesn't look out of place. You want everything to be kind of seamless. And speaking of out of place, there we go. Yeah, there was that lavender brick showing. You do? I have 2, but all the resellers got to them first. Oh, I see. Yeah, the resellers who hit Walmart. Yeah, it's like it's almost like my friend Grant. He goes to the Lego store like 3 times a week because they're always putting out new stuff all the time. And I told him, I said, man, that's a lot of times to go to the Lego store. But he says, he needs to. It's like that's how he knows when the deals are coming. So I said, okay. All right, so I'm looking at this because I have to, like you were saying, you don't want it to look too, you want it to be, kind of natural looking. There we go. I think if we do that, add some more slopes, and then put the plate on top. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So this is what I did. As you can see, I put this. So then that way, when they connect, they will look better. Yeah, so you can see I'm like taking pieces and parts as I see them. I'm like, okay, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this now. Yeah. Because like I said, it's this is almost like a jigsaw puzzle, as you start working through things. And I don't have, like you said, you can see I don't have a pre-plan of what I'm going to be doing, but I kind of just look at the shapes and see what works, at least from my vantage point, and take it from there. So I'm stealing slips because I'm going to have to get them from later from other places. And the side camera sometimes works. I'm kind of going back and forth between a side camera shot. Let's see, we can zoom in on this. Is that the side camera shot? Because I do have the ability to zoom versus a top camera. So I'm kind of playing around with different things too. All right, so I think I need a 2x6 over here. Yeah, and then go back and make these slopes, make it look a little nicer. Yeah. Okay, like that. So just to kind of give you a better sense of what we're looking at here. So I made this little outcropping similar to what it was before, but now it's got some more of the shaping, and it's connected with this one. So here's this one, and this one needs to be a little bit like this blue. I probably need to replace this with some slopes. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I'll replace it with some slopes here. And I have to look at the reference shots from the movie, but I think the movie also had more like some gray that I might have to put on top of the green. Yeah, so I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul here. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see if my 1x2s. Oh, good. I do have a bunch of them in green. Nice. All right. Good. They're in good shape. All right. So I think this may be a good stopping point because I need to get more information from some of the people that I'm working with regard to how are we going to connect, some of these sections. So if this is part of the ocean, for example, I might need to make this like, 3 base plates across instead of 2. And then I also need to find out, are we putting in for the water 1 plate, so base plate, a regular plate, and a tile, because that's what I've been doing. So I don't want to tile this all in and then find out later I haven't been doing something. Retrofitting is always harder to do. Yeah, it is, than starting from scratch. Yeah, yeah, I think so. I mean, the other thing I could think about doing is taking out this section here, but then I thought about it some more, and it might be nice to have some beach area. So I think it goes back to a combination of mountains, and I need to find out too, like this, like you were saying earlier, you don't have a straight shoreline. So what I may do is talk to Mark about how he's building his mountains, and then maybe put some mountain area here along, because in the movie, the parasail boat crashes into a set of rocks. So this could be the set of rocks, and I would need to build those out here for the next two plates, and then have this as like open ocean. But I need to find out what they're doing. So I think the last part I'm going to kind of work on is this. And I think I have enough to work on that section here. So let me pan out a little bit. Yeah, let me get this to the side. But I think this, once again, it's kind of like this 1x4, which is going to be replaced by a 1x4 Technic when I find them, is kind of the crux of everything. That's what keeps everything together. In fact, let's see, should I put a 1x6 plate? No, I think I'll just keep it at that for now. Well, it is going to be a 1x6 anyway. I might as well cover it. That's what happens if you talk out loud to yourself. Yeah. I need to cover that up. That's what's nice about slopes, is that slopes can give you some added dimension that you wouldn't have otherwise. And move this over again. Oops, wait a minute. And I realize that that's in your view. And like I said, all green is probably, I probably need to mix it up with some gray and some other colors, but I think for now, this will work for the time being. Yeah. So you can see what I've done here is I've made this kind of just like two areas where the Technic pins can connect to each other. So once I find the 1x4 Technic, I'll put that there. I'll put another one here. Actually, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. I need to go out one more. In fact, here's a 1x4. Let me put that in place. So that way I know I'm okay. There we go. That's better. Yeah, it's always, all these details you have to kind of figure out. And we need a 2x2. I thought I saw a couple of 1x2s in green. No? All right, hold on. Aha. Good, I do have a 2x2 in green. There we go. Okay. So I think that is a good stopping point. So we've got that, we've got this connected here. And then, like I said, what I need to do is find out how the ocean is going to look. But I do think it's coming together nicely as far as the MILS standard. And once again, I need to find out what they're going to do for the water. They may decide to just go with, regular blue plate. It's possible. And then I would have to, pull up all of this. Okay. Well, that's probably a good stopping point. They have dark bluish gray lerps on the pick-a-brick wall right now. Yes, I saw that. I know. It's like, that's why my friend Grant, he goes to the Lego store like 3 times a week. It's crazy. I don't know how he has the time to go there 3 times a week. So anyway, thanks for stopping in. If you are watching afterwards, really appreciate you tuning in. And if you can also like and subscribe to the stream. I'm trying to reach 500 followers, or subscribers rather. Really appreciate you taking the time to do that, because as you know, even comments in the chat really make a difference. So please like and subscribe to the stream, because you're listening to the Brickanista Broadcast Network here on YouTube and on Rumble. Really appreciate you taking your time. And if you're all on Rumble, you can follow me on rumble.com/user/Brickanista. I am hoping StreamYard will finally get it together so that I can see chat coming from there. But if you are watching it on Rumble, I still plan to co-stream here and on Rumble when I can. And if you want to send any kind of fan mail, you can send it to P.O. Box 87232, Vancouver, Washington, 98687. So thank you again, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in. And I may be back tonight on Twitch. I'm kind of on the fence right now, but if I decide to pull a trigger, it'll be tonight around 9 o'clock. And that's because I still have a lot of sets that I need to finish up. But I'm also on the fence because I really need to get all my boxes unpacked and sorted and put together. But thank you for listening, because I really needed to get these retrofits done. And it's coming along nicely. I'm looking forward to seeing what BrickCon will bring. So thanks, everybody. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, thank you. And may the clutch be with you. Take care. Bye.